Hi guys, you're welcome to Halogenous Ideas. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to set up static files in Django, both project-wide and for a specific app in your Django project. So I have a directory over here. I'll create my virtual environment, install Django, create my project and my app, then we work our way up from there. So just open this in terminal. I believe you have your project open already, so you can just skip all this part. I'll just say virtual env, then dj static for the name of the virtual environment, then cd into dj static, then activate the environment bin slash activate, then pip install Django. So give it some time to install. Then okay, Django is done installing. Now I want to clear my terminal. Then I'll I'll start a new project. Django admin start project. The name of the project will be my project. Okay, so if you check the virtual environment now, you will see my project over here, and the virtual environment is active. So I can just cd into my project, then open it in VS Code. So my project is opened in VS Code. Just give it, okay, exactly, this is it. Now one thing we want to do is we are going to have to create an app. So the name of the app will be my app, just to be uniform with what we have here. So that will be my app. Then come here, python manage.py my app, no, start app, my app, no, what am I doing, my app. So you can see it has created it. Now we can go back to this project over here. So I'm supposed to create after, since I've created my app, I need to create a static folder inside my app. So I'll show you how to render your static files, both the ones particular to a particular application app, or the ones that is project wide. Okay, so I'll start with this one. I have to create a static folder in the same directory where I have manager.py, my project, my app. Then I'll create this one. So copy, come to this directory, static. Then what I want to do is to create this file, projectwide.txt. So create the file projectwide.txt. This file is a project wide file. Then you save this. The next thing I want to do is that inside my app, I'll create a static folder, static. Then inside the static, I have to create another folder which is the name of the app. So my app. Then I will now create a file and call it example.txt. You can see my app static, my app, then example.txt. So copy this, come here, and inside this my app, create a file example.txt. This is the example.txt file inside of the um, my inside of the app. Okay, so let me just have those two files. Now moving on, we start by configuring the settings of the settings of py file of the project. So this static root is when you want to deploy to a live server. That is when you are going to be needing this one for production. So I'll just leave that one out for now, but I'll show you later. Copy this, come to settings of py in my project. This is my project, settings.py. You can just go to the base, then we paste what we have. The static URL, I think I have one here. Let me comment this one out. Then for this one, I will have to install OS. So install OS. What am I doing? Import OS. Sorry about that. So I'll have to import OS. Then after importing OS, I think this file is good to go. This file is good to go. So we've created this file and we've also created this file. Now, how do you serve the static file? As per how do you, if you want to create a download link for the file without having to just get the expose the actual URL of the file, how do you serve the file? So we are going to be using a file response to serve the file right now. Just go to the views.py of my app. Come here. Go to views.py under my app. Go to views.py, Control A. Then now, what I want to do here is that I'm going to be creating a urls.py file, and in the URL I'm going to be supplying the file type. So if the file type is project, it will return the project wide txt file. But if the file type is app according to what I supply to the URL, then it will return this one inside of this static my app example.txt. So if none of the two is correct, then it will raise an HTTP 404 error, okay, saying that file is not found. So if this part now exists, it will return a file response. Now you should know that in Django.http we have JSON response, okay, we have HTTP response. Okay, we have so many different type of response, but in this case what I want to return is a file. So I'm just going to be using file response so that it will just download it to the user's browser directly. So the response, the content disposition, I'll just have all these other settings over here, then just return response. So if this is not happening for one reason or the other, I just raise an HTTP 404 error. If you have any exception at all, raise an HTTP 404 error. So this will work for to download the static file. So let me create a urls.py file so that make sure that you are under my app, please. urls.py, then okay, just bring this into it, urls.py. So come here and paste it, save it, download slash string. Now this file type, I'm going to be passing it into this function over here, project or app. Okay, so if I supply project, it will return this. If I supply app, then it will return this other file over here. So that is how you can just create a download link for the file. But before this will be active, before this link will be active, I will have to do something right now. Go under my project, go to urls.py, then you will include. Okay, you will include, then after including path, the root directory, include my app.urls. So also we have to include my app as part of the installed apps. So come here, my app. Okay, so we have to include this as part of the installed apps. So I think that should do. Okay, very good. So now let's run the server. Come to my terminal. So okay, I'm in the right directory where I have manage.py, so I can just paste this link over here. You see, I don't have any errors, so I can just copy this, come to my web browser, and I'll paste it. I think very good. You can see project-wide.txt, project-wide.txt. If I should save this, you see I can just open the file. You see this file is a project-wide file, which is exactly what we have in this project-wide. You can see which is exactly what we have in this project-wide. Okay, so that is it. But if I had supplied app, well, what is the link? just download slash app, download slash app. So just run this. It will exact, you can see example.txt, which is just like before. I can open it, you can see example.txt file. So that is me generating download links for my static files. So the ones available site wide or the ones available in the app. Now, this is us generating download links for the static files. But what if I want to render them? Rendering the static files as per your CSS files, your JavaScript files, your images, your videos, or whatsoever that you want to render static files in general. So let's come back to this guide. Um, Now, for us to access the files in the browser as per the static files, we have to go to our settings and set debug to true. I think that is the default settings. If you come under settings.py, you see debug is true. Okay, debug is true, so we can access our static files via a URL. One thing you will know is that in production, Django will not serve your static files. You have to configure your app server, your Nginx, or your Apache server to serve the static files. You will have to supply the path to the static files. So how can you access the render the static files in your browser? That's very simple. Since we have set debug to true, then the next thing we want to do is just to pretty much just come copy this link, copy, then paste it over here. You can see this file is a project wide file. It is just rendering this directly in the web browser. Okay, it is not offering it as a download. It is not rendering it as a file to download, unlike what we did initially. It is just available in the web browser. So come here, copy this one as well, and let's check it out. You can see both of them are working just fine. I'm having static slash my app slash example dot txt. You can see that both ways the static files are being rendered properly. So that is it basically. Now, to serve static files in production, you have to set your debug to false. Okay, you have to set your debug to false. Now, you should note that if you set your debug to false, Django is no longer responsible for serving your static files. Your app server, your web server is what is responsible for serving those static files. Now, I will do a tutorial on how you can upload your Django project to a live server where it's actually running the way it will be running in normal production mode. But I'll just leave majority of what we want to do now to that particular tutorial. But for now, you have to set your debug to false. Then after setting your debug to false, you have to ensure that your static root is this. Your static root is this. That is in production. So I won't go deep into it. So this is the static root. Then another thing you want to do is to collect static. So all the static files coming from your external packages, whatever, all the static files, it will collect everything and place it in a particular folder. Okay, and it will create that folder separately. Let me show you what I'm saying. Run collect static. Copy this. This is if you are in production mode. If you are just in development mode, you can just watch along as I do all these ones. You don't have to do them. So let me close this, clear my terminal, then so you can see it has collected all these 129 static files to this static files folder. Come here, you will see another folder over here, static files. You can see the admin static files for the for the admin of the Django application. So this is what I mean. If you come here slash admin, my server is not running. Python manage.py run server. So if you come here and try to do copy then paste slash admin. Now, because I'm in development, the CSS files that you are serving that will give you this user interface, the CSS files, Because you are in development, Django will serve them. But if you are in production, Django won't serve them anymore. So you have to configure your um, your web server to serve those static files. You will point your web server to this particular folder, to this static files folder. So this admin, the CSS images and JavaScript over here, they are responsible for that admin page, the admin part of your Django backend. Then my app, if you go to my app, you see example.txt, because if you go to my app, then static my app example.txt, so everything have been collected to this particular place. So that is just what I will explain for now on how to run static files in production. And you can see how to configure your nginx, the location for static files. You point nginx to this particular route over here, to this particular path over here. So that is it basically. Now if you are working with templates, if you're working with templates, you first of all load static on top of the template, your HTML templates to be precise. Then you bring your whatever file that you want to bring in, you bring it in just like this. I won't be going into that also, but I just want to show you. So in development mode, important note, your debug is set to true. So Django will serve the files automatically, but in production mode, your web server is responsible for serving those files. For user uploaded files, the files that users upload to your server, to your backend, to your Django project, those particular files, you have to use media URL and media root instead of static files. Okay, so this is just a basic setup of how you can handle static files in your Django project. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.